In this video today, I'll be showing you what is under the bonnet of this car. Starting off in this location, you have the washer fluid cap. Moving the camera rearwards in the car, you have this load bearing member here. These are the three fasteners that are used to hold the top of the offside strut to this load bearing member. These two pipes here are part of the air conditioning refrigerant circuit, and you also have, in this location, both the low pressure and high pressure air conditioning recharge point dust covers. You also have, in this location, one of the 12-volt electrical grounding locations, the pressure cap and expansion tank for the engine's coolant system, and last you have the expansion line going to the expansion tank. The expansion tank coolant supply pipe is located here. In this car, on the offside front wheel well liner, you have a vent here that allows air to flow freely through the engine's air-to-air intercooler. This component here is a chiller that is used to cool down the coolant of the 48-volt battery. This is one of the many wiring harnesses in the car. With the camera located in this location, you can see the offside engine mount and offside engine mount bracket. This is the low-pressure fuel supply pipe that supplies the fuel to the high-pressure fuel pump. Now this high-pressure fuel pump I'm going to show later on in my video. With the camera located in this location, you can see these two actuators here. This actuator here is for the intake camshaft variable valve timing system, and this actuator here is for the exhaust camshaft variable valve timing system. With the camera moving more rearwards in the car, you have the ABS module. This ABS module consists of the ABS control unit, the valve block, and last you have the pump. The ABS module also has two brake lines going from the brake master cylinder, and the brake lines for each brake caliper piston cylinder. You also have in this location the power electronics for the electronic throttle body, heat shielding that is used to protect components from very hot components, and last you have the side of the air filter box. With the camera positioned in this location, you can see the auxiliary belt system. In this car, you have two auxiliary belt systems. One is used to drive the mechanically driven water pump for the engine, and another one is used to drive the mechanically driven air conditioning compressor pulley. And this belt is also used to drive the belt starter generator. The two auxiliary belts are driven by the crankshaft auxiliary belt pulley. One thing I forgot to mention about is you have the belt tensioner pulley for the air conditioning compressor pulley and belt starter generator auxiliary belt system. Now please note, this tensioner pulley is only used to tension this belt here, not the other belt system that is used for the mechanically driven water pump pulley for the engine. These two pipes here are part of the differential pressure sensor system. With the camera located in this location, you can see quite a few different components here. For example, you've got the engine oil dipstick, both intercooler pipes for the air-to-air intercooler, the pre-cat O2 sensor, and last you have this pipe here that leads to the compressor outlet of the turbocharger. The engine cover in this car has a cutout that allows you to gain access to the oil filler cap. They've done this so you don't need to remove the engine cover. With the camera positioned in this location, you can see the electric motor for the cooling fan. You also have in this location the gearbox housing, coolant pipes, and last, at the bottom of the engine compartment, you have an aerodynamic shield. You also have in this location more 48-volt electrical system cables, the two big electrical connectors for the engine control unit, and other components that are located in this location. One thing I forgot about in this location is you've got one of the power distribution centers box lids. With the camera located in this location, you have the negative post of the 12-volt battery. The 12-volt battery also consists of the battery monitoring sensor, the protective cover here that is used to prevent accidental short circuits that is covering the positive post, and last you have the 12-volt battery grab handle. This is the brake fluid reservoir cap and brake fluid reservoir tank. Moving the camera further rearwards in the car, you can see the vacuum brake booster, the master cylinder, the electrical connector for the sensor that tells the driver if the brake fluid in the reservoir tank is running low, and last you have the 2 brake lines that leads to the ABS module. Now you might be wondering, what is this component used for in this location? This component here is the DC to DC converter module. Please note, this DC to DC converter module is liquid cooled. With the camera located in the rear of the engine compartment, you can see quite a few different components here. For example, you have the 2 coolant pipes that goes to and from the heater matrix. You also have in this location the 2 electrical cables that are part of the 48-volt system, more coolant pipes, and other components that are located in this location. With the engine cover removed and with the camera located in this location, you can see quite a few different components here. For example, you've got the high pressure fuel pump, one of the positive crankcase ventilation pipes, this pipe here that goes from the air filter box to the inlet of the turbocharger compressor housing inlet, and last you have information about the turbocharger. In fact, you have serial numbers on the turbocharger. One thing I forgot to mention about is you also have all 3 coil packs. Moving closer to one of the ignition coils, you can see the high pressure fuel rail for the high pressure direct injection system. With the camera located at the bottom offside rear of the engine compartment, you can see one of the mounting locations for the steering rack, the offside steering rack track rod boot, the offside drive shaft, one of the mounting location bushes for the front anti-roll bar, and other components that are located in this location. Located at the bottom near side rear of the engine compartment, you can see quite a few different components here. For example, you have the near side steering rack track rod boot, the near side drive shaft constant velocity joint dust cover, the gearbox housing, and other components that are located in this location. Thank you very much for watching my video, and goodbye.